this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make these leggings for a child. I made them to fit my daughter, who is almost 6, but I'm sure if she was a few years older, then it would still fit her. So for this project, you're going to need at least 2 skeins of yarn. I was almost done with the second one when I ended up having to get another skein, and as you can see, it's barely used, so it's going to take just a little bit more than 1 skein if you're making this child size. You're also going to need 2 size hooks, a 5mm hook or size H hook, and a 6mm hook or size I hook. And this yarn is worsted weight yarn, 4 ply for the US and 10 ply for Australia. So get that, and we're going to start with our 5mm hook. So grab those things and let's get started. Okay, to begin, you want to chain 27. Like I said, this is for a child. If you want to make them for somebody bigger, just add more chains until it fits. It doesn't really matter if it's odd or even. It's probably a better look if it's an even chain, but it doesn't really matter. So if you know about how big that you need to make it around the leg of the person, then you can measure it, and then when you create your chain, then slip stitch into the beginning stitch to form a ring. And the first round you want to start by chaining 2 and then double crochet in each stitch around, and that chain 2 will count as a first stitch. So go around and do a double crochet around your chain, and once you have this whole round done of the double crochets, then you can get your tape measure and measure it and see if it's good, keeping in mind that yarn stretches, so you definitely want to keep this in mind when you're measuring. But if you're making it for a size child like I am, 5-6 years old, then 27 is good. So just keep double crocheting all the way around, and I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, when you get to the end of round 1, you want to slip stitch using the top of the chain 2, and then you want to chain 2 again. Now for rounds 2 through 5, so for the next 4 rounds, you're going to be repeating what I'm about to show you. So you want to repeat this for the next 4 rounds. You'll always start by chaining 2, and then you'll be going in using the post, doing a front post double crochet first. Then the next stitch, you'll want to push that post back and do a back post double crochet. So front post double crochet, and then a back post double crochet. Just doing a double crochet just as normal, except you're grabbing up the post. So much easier just to grab it up to do the front post. The back post, you have to go in between the stitches and push that post back in order to do it. So just keep alternating front post, back post, front post, back post till you get back up to the beginning again. And I'll see you back here in a moment. And when you get back to the beginning, you will always slip stitch in the top of the chain 2. So find the top of the chain 2 and slip stitch in there and chain 2. And you'll always start where you'll always start doing the same thing for the next 3 rounds. You did a front post double crochet here, so you'll do a front post. Next one, you did a back post double crochet last round, so you'll do a back post. Like I said before, you're doing the exact same thing for the next rounds. And you can easily count your rounds. You need to have a total of 5 of this rim here, 5 rounds of it. But the first round of it is double crochets. So it's only 4 rounds of the front post, back post. And you can see, if you count, this was a double crochet row, so that's 1, 2, and 3. So do this for another 2 rounds till you have 5 rounds, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to skip ahead and just pretend that I have my 5 rows, my 5 rounds done. And when you're ready to start the main part of the leggings, you want to switch over to your 6mm hook or size I hook. And you're just going to slip it right into the loop. And then chain 2. Now this round is very easy. You're just going to be going into every stitch and doing a double crochet. So you're just putting 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So just continue to put 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and I will see you back here in a moment. Okay, I just got done, and that is round 6. And at the end of round 6, I'm just going to go in between the stitches. I'm not going to go into the top of the chain 2. I'm just going to slip stitch, going in between. Now for round 7, you want to chain 2. And now we'll be doing back post double crochets. So it's like what you did down here, except you're not going to be alternating. You're just going to be doing back post. So you go in, push it back, and do a double crochet. Go in between the stitches, push that stitch back, and double crochet. You'll be doing this for every stitch of round 7. And you can see it's creating this ridge here. So just continue that all the way around, and when you get back up to the beginning, I'll show you what to do next. Okay, when you get to the end of round 7, again, just going to go through those stitches here and do a slip stitch. Now that's the end of round 7, and you're going to be repeating rounds 6 and 7 over and over again. So to start repeating, you'll just chain 2, and then do what you did for round 6, which is putting 1 double crochet in each stitch around. It's always going to alternate. One will just be double crochet row, and then the next row you'll do the back post double crochet. So you'll just keep repeating rounds 6 and 7 until, here's my little one I made up here. You want to continue this for a total of 21 rounds, and the very last round should be, let's see, from round 8 to 31. You'll be repeating 6 and 7 and 32, and it's probably going to come out right, but I just separated round 32 just to make sure that you end on a double crochet row. So just continue on until you have 32 rounds completed. The last round will be the double crochet row, and then instead of the next row doing a row of the back post double crochets, you're going to want to switch your hook again and finish the top part. So I'm just going to finish this round here, and then I'll see you back here in a moment, and I'll show you how to do the end. So I just want to explain this just a little bit more clearer. So when you got done with your first part here and you did your first 2 rounds that I just showed you, that was 6 and 7. And so you can basically take one of these ridges and count 2 rounds. So this is 6 and 7, and this is 8 and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then 31. So I have a total of 31 rounds. And then my last round here is a double crochet row, which is where I'm ending here. So just pretend that I have made my 32 rounds, and now I'm ready to start making the other side of the legging. So you want to switch back to your 5mm hook, or size H hook, and chain 2. And now we're going to be working like we did down here at this beginning, doing a front post double crochet, and then alternating and doing a back post, then front post, and then back post. Just like you did down for the beginning, you're just going to be repeating it. So this first round of the double crochets can count as one of your rounds, or you can just do 5 complete rounds. It's up to you. You can make 5 complete rounds of the front post and back post. But the idea is, before you start these rounds here, the main part of it, of the legging, you want to make sure that the last round goes above the knee of the person that you're making it for, because these are going to kind of be the gripper. So you want it to at least be above the knee, and then this will stretch out and grab the leg to keep it up when they pull it up. So if you're making this size for an adult or a baby, whatever, just do as many rows as it takes to get it to be above their knee. And once it bridges the knee and it's above, then start these 5 rounds of front post and back post double crochet. So you can pretty much make these for anyone. It's really simple. And these last 5 rows is you're basically repeating what you did on the other one. And you've reduced your hook size, so it will get smaller at the top, just like it is at the bottom. And if you always remember, because my daughter, she put these on, so let me see if I can show you on camera here. She put these on, so as you can see, they're done exactly the same. But this one is smaller because this was around the bottom part of her leg, and this is a little wider because she was using this part at the top. So if you always pay attention to that, you can always make sure that there's a bottom and a top, but they are made exactly the same. So it doesn't really matter. But if you just wanted to keep its shape and grip better, then you can keep that in mind. So just continue on until you have your 5 rounds of back post and front post double crochets. And for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm not going to complete these 5 rounds, obviously. This is just a little demonstration. Just wanted to show you at the very end. Okay, when you get to the very end, I'll show you what to do next. And when you get to the end of the round, I'm just slip stitching again. I mean, on this particular round, don't slip stitch in between here. Do like you did before, going to the top of the chain 2, and then chain 2 to start your next round. And you'll always be doing what you did before, which is you always start with the front post and then do the back post. So anyway, you'll do that for the total of your 5 rounds, and when you're done, you slip stitch in the top of the chain 2, then you'll chain 1, and then you'll cut your yarn. And then I recommend using your tapestry needle and feeding it down through the stitches at the back. Stretch it out to make sure that the tail isn't going to pop out on you. And then that's it. That is how you make the Riptide stitch leggings. And I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you did, please don't forget to like and share this video. It really helps me out a lot. And please don't forget to subscribe if you're a first-time watcher or you haven't subscribed yet. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching.